What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nehemiah, aka Neo, and today we're gonna be talking about the Boston Celtics. Now, I've made a couple of Boston Celtics videos before. They've never done well, so I'm just gonna chance this one. But today we're mostly gonna be talking about Jayson Tatum. Actually, some of his improvements as a player, some of his kind of strides in the game so far, and whether or not he's actually going to be a superstar player. But we can also just talk about the Celtics as a whole, because I actually haven't talked about them since the season started from like a very video format. I had a short about them, like a couple of shorts about them, but not like anything super duper long. But they are the first team in terms of offense. They are a whopping 7 points in the net rating, and if I'm not mistaken, they're actually winning every single quarter. So the fact that they only have 5 losses is very cool to see, because actually they only have 4 losses, and their offense is just super firepower. Jaylen Brown is also doing really well. Marcus Smart, we all know about Marcus Smart. The only thing though is he does shoot a lot of threes. That's the only thing. But if he's hitting them, he's hitting them. Al Horford's continuing on with his playoff stride. Grant Williams is Grant Williams. We know about Grant Williams. Same with Derek White. Malcolm Brogdon is actually providing. I don't know why I said actually twice, but he's providing a lot of spark minutes. I would think that he would probably be averaging a little bit more minutes, but so far this team is actually putting up a lot of work. The new coach is actually not a severe downgrade in my opinion. I think that them not, or I think that Ime Udoka maybe had like a system with this. I think his name is Steve. No, it's not. It's Joe Mazzulla. Joe Mazzulla. He may have had a system with him, and they may have been able to really just collaborate some of their ideas. Let me not play that because I'm really not trying to. Oh my God. Oh, Yana, yeah, I did not watch last night's game, or the game where they played the Cavaliers. That was a nasty dunk. But yeah, nah, they may have just exchanged some like plays and stuff, and yeah. Again, team is averaging the best from three actually on. They're actually no, they're the best 3-point shooting team by far. Like they're shooting by far the best percentage and the second most attempts and second most makes. They also have the highest field goal percentage. Their 2-point percentage is the best, but they are still averaging a lot of free throws. Well, not a lot of free throws, but they're making a lot of free throws. So that's what really matters, averaging the most points again. The only thing, though, is that they aren't rebounding as well. They haven't, gotten enough blocks. But again, this is going to change when Robert Williams comes back. I'm not sure when he's going to come back. So, 4 to 6 weeks. He's probably going to come back within not this month, not the month of November, but probably the month of January, February. They're probably just gonna let him rest because, again, you don't want to mess up his D. But yeah, I think that so far we talked about the Boston Celtics enough. What we're gonna get into is Jayson Tatum, his improvements, and let me just pull up some of the stats. All right, so right now we're gonna be talking about some of his splits from certain like areas of the game. So right now, from here it says that he's actually shooting around 80% from 0 to 3 feet from the basket. From this, it says he's shooting around 75% in the restricted area. So this is probably gonna be like a little less than what I would have expected from that other stat from the basketball reference. But you know what? 75 and 80, that's not that big of a difference. And even then, it's still elite, especially from a guy like Jayson Tatum. Shooting 100, shots there is kind of crazy. Right now, he's not shooting like the most. He's not shooting like a heavy amount from there, actually. He's shooting a lot from three this year. He's 45% compared to 46 or 42 is kind of crazy. Just to get it up like 9 threes, essentially like half his dosage is threes at this point. I think that's going to be a really good thing to see if he's able to knock them down at a higher clip. 35% is really good, but he's always been able to hit like 38, 39. If he's able to hit 38, 39 this year, that'd be crazy, especially for the type of team that this team is as a 3-point shooting team. So that'd be cool. Another thing is he's actually taking a lot more. Well, no, he's not taking necessarily a lot more, but he's taking a decent less from the log 2 range. considering that he's just shooting a lot more threes. That's probably just the whole reason. But he's actually making at a higher clip regardless. So that's pretty cool to see from Jayson Tatum, even though he's not making, or even though he's not shooting these as well as he wants them to. He's taking them a lot less, which means that he's going to be a lot more efficient with the type of shots he's going to get. That's what you want to see from your superstar. Again, he's just a lot more selective with the type of shots he's making, which is going to be really good. There's no, oh, sorry if y'all hear that in the background, but there's no reason why that wouldn't be a bad thing in this context. Again, he's not the best mid-range shooter. If you're going to shoot the mid-range, you have to be around like 50%. He's not necessarily like one of the better ones. I'm pretty sure Giannis shot like 40-something% last year. And even then, I was like, he should take some mid-range shots, don't get me wrong, but you should at least contemplate on whether or not those mid-range shots are worth it in that certain possession. I think that there are definitely like sometimes where you should like not necessarily shoot the mid-range, but like maybe do a dump out pass or something. I don't know. Enough rambling on with that. He's a quarter shooter. Like the shooter, or when he shoots from the corner, he's like making them at a really good clip. Only thing is, he's not making like the above the break threes, which he would make in a normal year. I don't know what's wrong with him right now. I need to check out a little bit more Celtics games, if it's like a rhythm thing or if it's just maybe he's just not having like the best year this year. So yeah. Another thing is with this guy is that he's shooting a lot of threes. Like I already said, he's shooting a lot of threes, but they're mostly within like the above the break arc. Jayson Tatum sidestep. We know him. We know him. But let's look at more of his shot types, because I think that this could really just determine on what type of shots he's making more, or what type of shots he's doing more so than not. And one thing that kind of jumps out the gate is that he's shooting a lot of floaters and layups. Like I haven't really watched Jayson Tatum enough this year, but I do think that he's shooting like a decent amount of more floaters. At least when I watched him last year, he doesn't take that much floaters, especially in the playoffs. He was taking a lot more like layup lines, mid-range shots, and for him to take like 25 floaters is actually pretty impressive. Another thing about him, especially also one more thing, he's also taking a lot of like figure rolls, which is essentially just like layups. But again, he's shooting a lot of jump shots this year. We already know that, but he's making them at like a decent amount of clip. Like the clip is not nearly as bad as you'd want it to be. Not only that, but Marcus Smart is also like putting him on the kind of real. But again, the stats to show it. I think that he's definitely an MVP candidate thus far. He's probably in my top 3. I would say that he's probably 3rd. Stephen Curry is also going insane. Giannis is going insane, and Luka is also going insane. So I would say that he's like in the top 4. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. I think that Jayson Tatum's sleep is gonna be something to really look at. His assist number is also going up while his turnover number is going down. We already know about Jayson Tatum. His turnover number this year was crazy. Yes, he averaged 6.2 assists, but honestly, when you have like a assist to turnover ratio that's like almost 1.5, it seems very bad. But yeah, it's been your boy Nehemiah, aka Neo. I hope you guys are having a great one. I'm going to be uploading 2 very high quality videos in the next 2 weeks, maybe this week. But I just have to make the script for them, and yeah, I'll update you guys on that soon.